Hi y'all, welcome back for another collective message of what Spirit wants you to know right now. If you're new, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. If you're turning star family, how you doing? It's your girl, Lady Leo. We're going to dive into the energies. First, we're going to cleanse and set the space. Call in Spirit, as always. I've got a regular lighter, so that may take a little bit longer than normal. Hi, Always Envied. Hi, Wicked Kicks. Ann. Hi, T. Hi, Juan Valle. How you doing? There we go. Actually, it's a lot better than expected. Hi, Daphne, Chrissy. Ciao, Stephanie. How's it going? Hi, Ethan. Hey, what's going on, gorgeous? Welcome. All right, there we go. Cleanse your energy. It's your birthday. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy New Year. Cleanse your energy. Cleanse my energy. Hi, Sam. How you doing, Sam? All right, we're going to protect real quick. Happy birthday, Daphne. Hi, Jerry. What's going on, Jerry? Then, woohoo! You partying it up. Wicked Cake says, happy birthday. Hi, Neo. How you doing, Neo? Like I said, it's going to take a little bit longer for this Palo Santo to light because I have a regular lighter. I have my big old torch with me. Hi, Jane. Hi, Father. I don't even know how to say that. I'm sorry. I murdered that one. Hi, Nicole. Hi, Rex. Hi, Yvonne. My bad. There we go. Protect your energy. Good juju for you. Hi, Lynn. Protect my energy. Good juju for me. How you doing, Florian? Wendy, Bobby? Give it another go. Father Time. Father Time. Is that what that says? Hi, family. It was moving on me. I was trying to read it. It had moved up. Fire, fire, fire. I see you, Wicked Kicks. Hi, Lady G. Lady G. Yo, I can't talk worth shit. I can't talk. We're going to blame it on the moon just because we can. What's going on, y'all? Welcome. Okay, so this is going to be collective messages for the year 2026. What comes up, what comes out. I hope all of you have been well. I've been MIA for a little while. Whole household got sick. And then I went out of town for Christmas. Went to Tennessee to see the mountains and the Smokies. It was wonderful. Thank you. I actually trimmed about 7 to 8 inches off my hair, so I can actually do a bun now. So thanks for noticing. Thank you. Okay, back to this reading, y'all. I'm sorry. My ADHD is so bad. It's terrible. It is. It was beautiful. We went to Pelham. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. It's right outside of Mont Eagle. It was very beautiful. So that was a good time to be out. And then the next day after Christmas, the day after Christmas, we went to Nashville to the mall, the Opry Mills Mall. I've never been to a mall that big, y'all. I was incredibly overwhelmed. I don't like it. I'm not surprised that I don't like it. I just underestimated how busy it was going to be and how big it was. Maybe I need to get out a little bit more. All right, here we go. Best nice wishes here for the collective. Too much death this December. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry to hear that. Super touristy. Yeah, it was. Me being one of them. A little bit late. That's too much for me. I was like, can we go back to the Airbnb? Happy birthday, Ann. Wait, it's both y'all's birthdays today? Capricorn's into his house. Happy birthday, y'all. Happy New Year, everybody else. What's going on? Hi, Best Work First. Hi, Tachuela. How you doing, Tachuela? All right. What do we need to know? What do we need to see? What do we need to hear, Spirit? Just get started off. What comes up, comes out. Hi, Omen. Hi, Coco. Y'all, thank you so much for liking the live. I appreciate that. Hi, Sweet Gang. Tim Tan. You're getting a divorce, so bring on 2026. Well, congratulations, I think. I think that's a congratulations. That's good. If you're ready for that. Hi, Jarrett. How you doing? I did have a great Christmas. Thanks for being here. Hi, DB. Thanks for reposting. Okay. Let's get a couple cards out. I need to remember to do that, y'all. If I haven't been here for a little while, I need to take like the first couple of minutes to just chill and talk with y'all for a minute. Winged seer, you see clearly, clairvoyance. So seeing something very clearly in the year 2026. Love is strange. Uh-oh. There could be a romance going on this year. Is that you? Hi, Latoya. How you doing, love? Best and highest messages. Hi, William. Hi, Net. What else is here, Spirit? Best and highest messages. We got 12, which makes a 3. And a 27, which makes a 9. So 3 9s. Autumn is my last chance. Please don't lose hope. Just don't lose hope on something. All right. Not everybody's going to be all up in the lovey-doveys, in the feels next year. But for those of you that are, there's a love situation coming out. For others of you, it could just be with the relationship with self. It could just be you loving on yourself. And there ain't nothing wrong with that. What else is here? Artemis of the forest. Now you are independent and free. So someone's gaining some sort of independence. You're seeing things clearly. Don't lose hope. Could be after a time of conflict. It's 3-2 on that card. That's a 5. Challenges. I fell asleep on my last reading by you, but it was on point when I watched the replay. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. I'm so glad that it was on point. Hi, Connie. How you doing? Hi, Mandy. Hi, friends. Uh-oh. Some comments in this live were filtered to protect the community's experience. Y'all know better than that. Don't you be coming up in here disrespecting my chat, my peoples. Don't disrespect me neither. I'll kick you out. I'm going to kick your ass. Go get your own box. Hi, Lotus. How you doing? Hi, Bash. All right. What else is here? I'm watching you. What else is here, Spirit? A clear solution. A clear solution is coming. 6. Breaking Dawn, Violet Angel. That's a 5. 2 and 3 make a 5. Strange companions in stranger places. Challenges, use your imagination. 2 and 8, that makes a 10. And then we have Sea Beacon Fairy, guidance, but where will it lead you? Okay. Let's see what we got out so far. Year 2026 messages. Hi, Miss Folklore. Thank y'all for the love. Thanks for being here, y'all. Hi, Pootie. Hi, fam. Hi, Rain. Years of intuition and you finally listen. Sometimes it's like that, though. You know? So I was just talking to somebody about that the other day. It was like, we were getting into a conversation about just tarot in general, or like reading cards and stuff like that. And they were just saying it takes away from your intuition. Not necessarily. You know, it doesn't mean that intuition can't have some sort of structure. It works cohesively together. You know, structure and intuition. They balance each other out. And sometimes we need to see certain things very clearly before our intuition, we can trust it, you know. Sometimes we need that physical proof of something. So it's just like that sometimes. Hi, Kelly. Will Phyllis and Doug be together and love each other forever? Do you want to get in line for a reading, Paris? Hi, Sylvester. Hi from Scotland. Rip, how you doing? From Mississippi. Hi, Richie Rich. What's going on? They do. I should have listened. Yeah, sometimes it works like that too. All right, you're seeing something very clearly in the year 2026. All right, so your intuition is on point. The clarity that it is coming to you. Could be about a relationship with someone else. For others of you, that's a relationship with self. How to love on you. Learning new ways to express self-love. Please don't lose hope. So don't lose hope in finding balance and harmony in situations after times of conflict, because now you're independent and free in this year. A clear solution is coming. So there's a lot about clarity and being really clear on things, okay? So maybe you could even be enhancing some sort of spiritual gifts that you already have. Clear seeing, clear knowing. Y'all know what it is. Breaking dawn. So it's like breakthroughs happening here, especially when it comes like this clarity that it is that you're having, being able to see things clearly, things being in alignment. You know, it's like not as foggy, not as confusing, not as restrictive, because we know that those Capricorn, Saturn placements, right, and the transits that it is that we're experiencing, things are shifting. And there's a lot of these restrictions that are being removed, astrologically speaking, right? Strange companions and stranger places, challenges, use your imagination. You may even be coming into union with new soulmates that are helping you through this year, okay? So new teammates, right? Again, that's not necessarily romantic for everybody. For some of y'all may be patching something up with a family member, you know, or reconnecting with a family member, or a new friend, okay? New work colleagues, business partners, associates, those sorts of things, okay? And guidance, where will it lead you? So listening to some sort of guidance that it is that you're getting is going to lead you in the direction that you need to go. Let's pull from this deck over here. Hi, how you doing? I'm so excited. I'm so excited to see you too, boo-boo. Thank you for being here. Hi, raising the vibration. Crystallize. What's going on? Hi, Laura. I had to take a break from cards, though. I was doing too much. It takes a special to do it. Oh, you're so right, Latoya. I have to get like that sometimes, too, especially like reading cards for myself, like doing readings on myself. You have to be very disciplined, and you have to be really honest with yourself, you know, especially if you're going through like a really emotional time. It can be difficult you can get caught up in like spiritual psychosis, or you can overthink things, and you know, so sometimes even I have to take a break, you know. Sometimes when I'm MIA, I'm just not able to, especially when I'm super emotional. I don't like giving y'all readings when I'm super emotional either, because my shit will come out in your reading, and that's not fair. You know, so you got to know yourself, you know, but that's okay. Sometimes you got to put it away for a while. That's at least, you know, you're aware enough to do that. Hi, Anthony. How you doing, love? What's going on? Hi, Isabella. How's the family doing? I missed y'all. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Best and highest messages. What do we need to know? 2026, what comes out? I can't talk worse shit tonight, y'all. What comes up, comes out. Maybe I just need to slow down. Slow it down. I was in a rush to get here, though. I'm starting later than I wanted to. When I do that, it's like I try to rush the words, and they get all jumbled and mixed up. They don't come out right. Hi, Carl. How you doing, Carl? Y'all, this was a lot that came out. We're going to go over it, though. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. There's a need to we had 2 6s come out already, which is about balance and harmony. So balancing practicality and spirituality. We just talked about that, right? Talked about intuition and structure, and how cohesive it is. Sometimes we need the other side of things, right? That negative, positive, yin, yang, dark and light. Adjustments are required. So balance, spirituality, practicality. Adjustments are required this year. Cool your emotions. I think it's on the 26th of January. But I'm pretty sure Mars, it's either Aries or it's Mars is trining Leo. So be careful about getting caught up in your emotions, specifically in January, but like just in general, like for the rest of your life type of, you know, that wouldn't just be for the year 2026. It's just life advice. Hi, y'all. How you doing? Welcome. Jail. Who going to jail? Olana Lebet. Who going to jail? Hi, Manuel. How you doing? Be humble. Be humble in the year 2026. I'm hearing that song. Humble and kind. What do you need to release? Oh, we're releasing a lot. We've been releasing a lot. Okay, this is like over the last 2 to 4 years. You know, what the hell just happened?
I don't know.
Yeah, we just lost power.
Excuse me? Put that lights on.
Put that lights on.
Okay, what the heck?
Uh-oh. You said payment? Okay. I'll check it, Isabel. Oh, wait, I got your payment in, Isabel. I got your payment in. I guess we're just going to keep going in the dark. Thanks, love.
You're welcome.
Full moon in Aquarius, be real. You're needing to be real with yourself. Be real, be authentic, be genuine. Okay? Confidence is your key to success. Be confident in who you are. Let's see. We've got conclusions are within reach. A fiery climax approaches. That was something else that's happened astrologically this year, y'all. Okay? Like I was saying at the beginning of this reading. Certain shifts are happening with the planets where Saturn is no longer as restrictive as it was, okay? So it's helping to release a lot of like thank you, love. It's helping to release a lot of restrictions, things that have had you feel tied down or not able to move in the way that you wanted to. Thanks for the love. Hey, we working on it. We working on it. So I'll like back to you times 10. It's like, I hear you in spirit. Hey! Thank you for the starlight. I appreciate that, love. Hold your vision. Hold your vision. Yeah, there's a lot about don't give up on something. Those of you that have been working on some sort of new idea, starting a business or wanting to, shifting careers, you know, those types of things. Do not give up on it. Y'all that have been with me, y'all have heard me say that over and over and over again, probably until like you're sick of hearing me say it. But you newbies, never give up on whatever the idea is, okay? Maybe you don't have all the answers right now in this moment. It ain't supposed to work like that, boo-boo. That's not how it works. Be patient. Let it cultivate. Let things come to you, right? Give space for those things to be created because you're the creator, you know? Don't give up on something, all right? Hold your vision. Now I'm seeing, hey! Thank you for the cake. Prosperity lies ahead. See, prosperity lies ahead. Hold your vision. I'm seeing a Hodor from Game of Thrones. You know, hold the door. Hold the vision. Hold the vision. Hold the line. It's going slow and getting discouraged. Yeah, look, just because it's slow does not mean that it's not meant to be. It just means it's a slow period, you know? Like the moon, it's just a phase, boo-boo. It's going to change. It'll change. Things will shift. It's time to take action. Prosperity lies ahead. It's time to take action on the idea, on that thing. Yeah, y'all, I just saw an ad for, what was it? God, what was that called? School. SKOOL is what it's called. And it's a platform. And before that ad, I saw earlier today, there was a woman live speaking on TikTok, and she was talking about starting a business or manifesting things or becoming who it is that you want to be or whatever. But that's what it was. She was saying that you think that just because you have some sort of skill that like everybody else has it, and that's not true. There are so many people that don't really know how to do what it is that you know how to do, the way that you know how to do it. So those of you that are trying to teach or spread some sort of knowledge, or people are constantly asking you, you know, like, can you help me out with this because you're good at something? Remember that. Not everybody's got it like that in that way with whatever it is that you know how to do. You know, but that's what it was called though, SKOOL. So those of you that are like have like a gift at something, or you're really good at a certain skill set, you may want to look into that platform. I don't know who that's for. But anyway, a new start is coming. So yes, year 2026, there's some sort of new start that's taking off. Believe in the impossible. I'm possible is an impossible. Of course it's possible. Do you believe in magic? All right, you're very close to achieving your goal. There's a big message here for somebody this year, 2026. You're very close to achieving your goal. Prosperity lies ahead. It's time to take action. Believe in the impossible. A new start is coming. Balance spirituality and practicality. Adjustments are required. It's challenging. It's different. Things are changing, but hold your vision and cool your emotions. What do you need to release? Be real. That's something else that I'm learning too, y'all, is authenticity. When you want to manifest something, when you're on a glow up period, level up, whatever label you want to put on it, okay? Authenticity is one of the purest vibrations. And the more that I shed my ego, the more that I'm able to come out of my own shell, the more that I'm learning that. And y'all know I like to share all that shit with y'all. So that you can go and try it out and experiment with it for yourself. Bring love into the situation. Love for what you're doing, love for self, love for the idea, love for the process. Conclusions are within reach. Confidence is the key to success. Give me two more, Spirit. Give me two more. Best and highest messages here for the collective 2026. Because it's all about energy. It is. It is. Thoughts are energy. You know? All of it's energy. First quarter moon in Aquarius, trust the universe. Trust in God's source universe, whatever that looks like for you. Hey, you laughing at me, Kirby? How you doing, Kirby? What's going on? Capricorn, Friday 13th, baby, here. Was your birthday on the 13th? Wait, you told me that, didn't you? I was here on the 13th, wasn't I? Happy birthday, Capricorns. Your hard work is paying off. Full new moon in Capricorn right there. Hey, that's for you. Your hard work is paying off. Trust the universe. Bring love into the situation. Hold your vision. Conclusions are within reach. Success, or not success. Confidence is the key to success. Cool your emotions. Prosperity lies ahead. It's time to take action. You're very close to achieving your goal. Be real. What do you need to release? A new start is coming. All right, let's pull some tarot on it, y'all. Hi, Hannah 4K. Hi, Glitter Mom. Hi, friends. What's going on, family? Missed y'all. Hi, Coffee. Coffee Bean. All right, Spirit. You know what? Actually, we're going to use this one right here. I actually got this deck for Christmas last year. All right, here we go. What do we need to know? What do we need to see? What do we need to hear? 2026. Give it to me straight, Spirit. No fluff. Help me to see clearly. Help me to speak clearly. I'm all over the place. Hi, Michael. How you doing? Best and highest message, Spirit. What's your energy like? What's your energy looking like 2026? Ace of Wands. Whoo! What? Damn. The Ace of Wands? Are you serious? Here's this spark coming in, right? I'm telling you, there's a transit January the 26th that is really helping you be crowned, you know? Like, people are starting to notice you and your crown. Does that make sense? You picking up what I'm throwing down? The Four of Wands, celebrations happening. Lots of celebrations happening in 2026. Page of Wands. Here you go. Here's that confidence to take some sort of first step towards something. Something exciting. Something that you desire. Something that you're passionate about. Tell me about this Page of Wands. Best and highest message, Spirit. Hi, Nargiza. The Ace of Swords. Here's the clarity. A divine gift of some sort of clarity. Ace of Wands, Four of Wands, Page of Wands. Look at all this fire. Hi, Alan Thunder. Thank you, love. I appreciate that. Lots of fire here. Lots of excitement. Lots of passion. Lots of action being taken. Movement. Ace of Swords. Here's this divine clarity and knowing it's a yes. It's a green light go. It's yours. Hi, Tasha. How you doing, love? What's the situation for 2026? What's the situation? The Four of Swords and the Fool. Wow. This is where you've been healing. You've been in isolation. Oh, right here. I'm sorry. You've been in isolation, like this little porcupine down here. You've been healing, you've been recharging, you've been rejuvenating. And this is like something that you do by yourself, behind closed doors, you know? And here you are as the Fool, getting ready to take this blind leap of faith. Or this is what you've done, you're doing, is taking this blind leap of faith towards this new chapter, this new way of being, this career, this relationship, you know? That's really exciting. You know, there's a lot of this divine gifts here with Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords. What else came out? Two of Pentacles and the King of Cups. Getting your priority. This is because you're eliminating distractions. You're getting super focused on what is practical. On how it's going to cultivate, what's going to help grow what this idea, this thing that it is that you've been working on or that you're getting ready to take this action towards. Giving you a lot of this emotional fulfillment. King of Cups is here. What's the challenge? 2026. Hi, Chosen. How you doing, love? Carlos Sanchez. Hi, Bublindy. Mari. Yvonne Mason. What's going on, y'all? Welcome. What's the challenge here? 2026. Hi, Ray. How you doing, Ray? I'm so glad you're doing good. Thank you for the roses. Justice. Look at all this balance and harmony coming out in this reading. Libra is on the table. Who all's here so far? Heavy on the Aries. Heavy on the Leo. Taurus is here really heavy. Capricorn is here. Aquarius. Heavy water. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Some more Aries. Now Libra's on the table. Hi, Mrs. Cactus. How you doing, love? Tell me about justice. Some of y'all are literally gaining some sort of justice where you've been done wrong. Okay? Some of you are ending contracts, ending agreements, starting new ones. Okay, this is also about decisions that are being made, okay? You're making some sort of final judgment. You're making a judgment call here with something because you have the clarity, you have the information, okay? See this bat? This bat's perched on this sword of truth. And the red little scarf or the red little ribbon that's around it is of significance too. Tell me about justice, Spirit. Why is this a challenge? Queen of Swords in reverse. Okay. So either you experience this and you're overcoming a challenge in 2026, or this is why your justice is being challenged in 2026. But there's a situation here, okay? Queen of Swords in reverse. This is like someone who doesn't have the correct information. It could be someone who is bitter, okay? Who is being really icky in the way that they're communicating. Very low vibrational. Comes out very cutting, or it's manipulative, or it's just bitter. Tell me about this Queen of Swords in reverse. Some of y'all dealing with ickiness just in general. What's the Queen of Swords in reverse? Why is this a challenge? You got kicked out for so long? Wait, what do you mean? Aquarius in the house. Knight of Pentacles. And for some of you, this is just the impatience that it is that you've had with something, okay? So let me go back over this. For some of y'all, this is a situation that is that you're overcoming and you've been challenged on a decision that's been made or how you've been done wrong in some sort of way. For others of you, you're dealing with a specific person or energy that doesn't have the right information. They're very making decisions based off of low vibrational type of emotions, negative emotions. The way that they speak is very bitter and cutting. It could be manipulative or conniving. It could be condescending. And then for others of you, this is where you're starting to realize that it's coming from self, okay? Or you're not looking at something with a clear lens, or you're being impatient. Does that make sense? Nine of Pentacles is here, but this is because of the time something's taking. Okay, it's taking too much time. It's like you're getting frustrated with how much time something's taken to get this justice, to make this decision, to have this balance and harmony. You know, put it where it fits, don't make it fit. But this has to do with what's being cultivated, what's growing. Okay, give me one more on this, Spirit. Give me one more on this challenge for 2026. Challenges for 2026. Hi, co-creator. 1111. That makes sense to you? Sounds like your current supervisor. Uh-oh. That no bueno. This making sense? Y'all, thank you so much for the follows. Thank you for the likes. I appreciate that. 1111. Give me one more on this challenge, Spirit. 2026. Thank you. The 9 of Wands. Damn. Now, it showed up in reverse. I don't know if y'all saw that, where I'm picking this up in reverse. Or it fell in reverse. I'm picking it up in the upright. Yeah, this is about how long something's taken, okay? Or how long somebody's been doing something to you. 9 of Wands, this is an exhausted energy. You're beat, battered, bruised. All right, you've been kicked when you've been down on this journey, you know. But you're coming up over the hill, winning the war. You're still standing. You're still standing. You're still here. It did not defeat you. So again, there's something about a victory, a win, finally getting the clarity to make a decision that needs to be made, to cut something loose, to end something, because it's affected your growth, or from something to grow. All right. Tell me about the first quarter of the year. She's like, I'm still standing. I'm still here. Hi, Perla. 2 of Swords. Here's this clarity. Being confused, being at a crossroads, not sure what to do, not sure which way to go with something, the decision that needs to be made. Tell me about this 2 of Swords, first quarter of the year. First quarter of the year. 10 of Pentacles. And the 3 of Pentacles. Again, yeah, this has something to do with longevity. How do I need to invest to get the maximum growth out of something? Long-term commitment, long-term growth. 3 of Pentacles. This has a lot to do with like physicality, here in the physical realm, material things. That's a big message for somebody as well. Whether you're here with me live or you're watching the replay on YouTube, there's a message here that you're coming into union, or you're repatching some sort of relationship with somebody, and it's helping. It's like teamwork. It's teamwork energy. You're working as a team for some sort of common goal. First quarter of the year, Spirit. Hi, Haley. How you doing, love? Hi, Monte Carlo style. Venerated Inquisition. Long time no see. Belated Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's to you as well, love. Thank you for being here. 2 of Wands. Okay, first quarter of the year, there's a lot about clarity being gained because you've been in a state of confusion, been at a crossroads, not sure which direction to take with some sort of long-term commitment or long-term growth and investment into something. You could possibly be collaborating with somebody new, or it could even be multiple people to gain some sort of common goal, and that's going to help you gain which direction, it's going to help you gain which clarity, the insight needed for the action that needs to be taken forward. It's like teaming up with this person, or getting this thing that's helping you reach the common goal, or reach the goal in general. It's helping you look at something from a different perspective, so that you know how to take action towards what it is that you're wanting. What's the second quarter, Spirit? Hi, Organically Honey. Hi, Stuart. Welcome. By the way, I do have personal readings open. This is the last night for the old format, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, at Lady Leo Spiritual is $11 for a mini, $22 for career, $33 for love, $44 for extended. We currently have 4 people in line. Oh, I just got payment in. Laura, thank you, love. I just got payment in. I think we got 5 on the list. All right. Second quarter of the year, Spirit, 2026. What do we need to know? What do we need to see? What do we need to hear? Energy coming in. Queen of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles. All these pentacles, this has a lot to do with money, success, investments, possible like physical relationships that you're in. As in like this person is actually here, you know, on this earthly realm, physical. Not like Wands energy, passionate, physical, okay? Just to clarify. I had to say that for somebody. Queen of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups, 4 of Cups. Okay. In the second quarter of this year, there's a lot of growth that's been had. And you're even getting recognition for whatever this growth is. Okay, you're very wise in the way that you're investing your time, love, energy, effort, your money. And you're also have clarity on what to give to and what not to give to. When you need to pull back and just keep things on reserve for self. You know, we've talked a lot about that over this past year, right? We're learning, or we have learned, the difference between being surrounded and being supported. You know, and not just because everybody is surrounding you, or everybody that has surrounded you is there to support you. Some people they're just nosy. They just want in your business. Hi, y'all. How you doing? Welcome. 5 of Cups. There's some sort of regret that it is that you're letting go of because it caused a lot of disappointment. For some of y'all, that's a relationship that you were in, like a romantic relationship. It didn't give back. It brought a lot of disappointment. You gained the clarity that you needed, and now you're releasing it. For others of you, it's the other person that's feeling that way. They're in deep regret that they let you go. Some of y'all are no longer in this state of feeling lack because you made a decision to leave a career, leave a family situation. Because you now have the clarity and the understanding in the second quarter of the year that it wasn't serving you. It was draining you. So whether that's from this past year, whether that's from the first quarter, you know, whenever this is from, in the second quarter of the year, you're releasing a lot of that. It's no longer holding you back. It's no longer weighing you down the way that it was. Not that it doesn't affect you, okay? But it's not at the level that it was affecting you. You picking up what I'm throwing down? All right, what's influencing the energy of the second quarter of the year? What's influencing the energy? Look at that. 10 of Wands, yeah. You've done release these burdens and you're just carrying no more. Okay, so some of y'all, a lot of us, let me correct myself, especially if you resonate with anything that it is that I say here, okay, or any of the peoples in the chat. We've been in situations where we've overextended ourselves. You know, we gave the wrong people the benefit of the doubt, or we gave too many chances to something, you know, and we were left bearing the weight of the responsibility, whether that's a relationship, whether that was a job, you know, group effort towards something, okay? You're no longer carrying that anymore. You're not carrying the guilt. You're not carrying the grief. You're not carrying the emotional responsibility, right? You're letting that go. And you're not having to like swim upstream anymore, right? Now you're able to go with the flow because it was causing so much restriction. It was almost like you were going against the flow of the river. You were going against the current. You're not doing that. That's what's influenced the energy. You're letting it go. You're releasing it. It's not weighing you down like that anymore. That's a big, heavy message. What else came out? The Knight of Wands. What did I tell you? Thank you, Spirit, come through. The Knight of Wands and the Page of Cups. See, I just said that. Now you're able to be like this Knight of Wands, this badger. You ever seen a badger? Them things can be vicious, okay? Them things can be scary. But you're like this Knight of Wands right here, okay? You can take action ferociously, fearlessly towards what it is that you desire. You ain't got all this weight holding you back, you know, or all these restrictions trying to go against the current, right? Page of Cups, and this is bringing love back into your life, fulfillment. If it's not like a romantic type of love, because not everybody's looking for that. Fulfillment, love for life, love for what it is that you're doing, love for a purpose. Give me one more. What's influencing the energy coming towards you in the second half of the year? Judgment. All this releasing, Aquarian energy. This is making that final, the final countdown. I don't know if somebody likes that song, but I heard that song. Anyway, this is where you're making that final judgment call. Like, what will be, will be. I surrender. This is what it is that I'm doing, and whatever happens, happens. We're going to find out, because I'm going for it. Okay, like a snake that sheds its skin too. See, you're releasing what no longer serves you. Can't turn these alley cats into house pets. That's true too. That's true too. Most of the time. Most of the time. You ever tried taking a feral cat? I don't suggest it. Them things are hard to bring around, okay? Feral cats. They're kind of scary too. Not saying it can't be done, because it can. Just don't recommend it. You know what I mean? Hi, Carmelita. How you doing, love? Passionate about my purpose, your new business. That's amazing. Good for you. You're a late bummer. A late boomer? Hi, Millie's Magic Medicine. How you doing, love? You did when you were a kid? Yeah, I remember we've tried taking a couple feral cats. We ended up releasing them. So we had other animals and little people's children running around. We didn't want anybody to get hurt, so we ended up having to release them, but we've tried. Hi, Coley. All right, that's a nice message, Spirit. Hi, Mrs. Magical. Welcome. How you doing, Nicole? Give me one more on judgment. This Aquarian energy, this releasing all this old-ish in the second quarter of the year. 8 of Wands. Okay, it's getting a little redundant. Okay. So over the past between four and one, this last year up to 4 years ago, all right, you have been working on releasing a lot of things from your life that haven't been serving you. Okay, this is ways of thinking, ways of being, careers, relationships, friends, family, coworkers, romantic partners, you know, whatever have you. It looks different for everybody. Some of you, it's all of it. Okay. This is the first quarter of the year. This is where this, like, that door is finally, like, shut. Okay. So as that door shut, this new door to this new chapter, this new way of being able to have these new relationships, these new connections, this new start, okay, that door is open. The second quarter of the year, this is where you're experiencing, like, the weight being lifted, what that actually feels like. To experience being able to take this catapulted action, this shift in the energy where there's actual movement and you're experiencing the movement. You got to remember, astrologically, we don't always feel it right as it's, you know, sometimes we experience it on Earth as slower than it is that it's happening. The 8 of Wands, like a hawk. Look at that hawk. Right? It's like your sights are set on it, and now you're actually able to dive in for whatever it is that you're hunting. Because you've been hungry. You've been hungry. All right, Spirit. Tell me about the third quarter of the year. A friendship for you. How y'all doing, love? I think I might be. I think I might be part feral cat. Me too, Millie's Magic Medicine. That's what they said about me too. Should come with a warning label. They say that about y'all. You should come with a warning label. Visionaries wishes here. All right, Spirit. Tell me about the third quarter of the year. What do we need to know? What do we need to see? What do we need to hear? Third quarter of the year. Ten of Swords, King of Swords, and the Emperor. All right. This is where you're releasing the actual physical pain of something, okay? This is over a long period of time. There's 10 swords in that back. You're not letting the weight of the burdens hold you back anymore, and you're not letting any pain, the trauma, the thoughts, the memories, you know, because we talked about that last live, where when we remember something or we get around somebody that makes our nervous system like act all wonky, our brain can't differentiate between the past and the present. You know, we get stuck in trauma and we start reliving that. Our brain can't differentiate between being in that time and this time right now. You know, that's what like the healing process is. All that stuff is important, to reverse engineer things or to sit with yourself, to be present in the moment, all that kind of stuff. Those are skills that it is that we have to learn, right? So there you are right there. A lot of this like moving on from something, letting it go. The King of Swords to the Emperor. Like, what? Power plays. All this, both of them being owls, by the way. All this wisdom, all this clarity, being able to use this logic, the information that it is that you learn, your intelligence, okay? And it's because of what it is that you've observed. And there's a lot of that too. There's a lot of Aquarian energy here. There's a lot of Libran energy here. Really, everybody's here. But in the third quarter of the year, what it is that I'm seeing, what I'm picking up on is it's something's happening where you're able to finally like feel the recognition, experience the recognition of all this hard work that you put into something. And again, some of y'all, that's just a new way of being the best and highest version of yourself. Some of y'all, that's an actual career, a position at a company, a business that it is that you've started or starting. You know, for some of y'all, you're finally, you know, having the kahunas to go through with it and to put yourself out there, you know, energetically speaking, okay? Not all of us have actual kahunas. King of Swords. Y'all know this is my observer energy archetype. Y'all know I love The Witcher. I bring up The Witcher with this card. I don't care what deck it is. And I like to bring up Geralt of Rivia in the tavern in the first episode of the first season. And he's in the back and he's all hooded, you know. Nobody knows that he's there. But he sees everybody. He sees everything going on. Who's talking to who, right? Who's going in through the secret door? Who's coming in through the back door, right? He sees it all. He's observing. Which is smart. Because there's a lot that it is that you've learned over the past year to 4 years. When it comes to observing and not reacting off of things, that you learn a lot more. You gain the clarity, the information needed to make logical decisions, not emotional decisions. Right? Tell me about the Emperor. And that's what has you feeling more like you're in control. Because you release the need to control. You don't need to control. You already know. Up here and in here. There's like an alignment going on. Okay. Tell me about the Emperor. Third quarter of the year. 2026. The Lovers. Harmony and balance. Again, some of y'all, this is a romantic connection. For others of y'all, this is just both halves of yourself. The masculine and the feminine. Yin and yang. All right. It's cohesively working together. Just said that. The head and the heart. There's a balance. And it's beautiful that Libran energy was here. Here's Gemini with the Lovers. And that's where the magic happens, right? We got to remember, Gemini is ruled by Mercury. Mercury is air, and it's also the messenger, or Hermes. All right, Spirit, best nice messages here. What's influencing the energy of the third quarter of the year? What's influencing this energy? The Tower, big life changes, shifts, allowing the Tower to fall. Instead of trying to prevent all these towers from falling or from tower moments from happening, you're understanding and you're aware that they're going to happen one way or another. Like, that's just part of life. It's about the good, the bad, the ugly, and the beautiful. It's about all the experiences. You know, that's what the human experience is about. That's what we came here to do, is experience life as a human being. Okay, allowing towers to fall allows you to rebuild bigger, better, stronger, you know? And that's what's bringing you this Wheel of Fortune here. Things working out in your favor, right? Building on solid foundations. There's a lot about fortune favors the bond. Fortune favors the bold. These bold moves that you're taking because you have the wisdom and the knowledge to do so. You've got the skill set. You've got the know-how. You've got the life experience. You got it in the bag. All right, Spirit. Fourth quarter, best and highest messages here. What do we need to know? What do we need to see? What do we need to hear about the fourth quarter of 2026? Hey, how y'all doing? Welcome. Thank you for being here. What's going on, Adam? Hi, Hubert. Heather in Denver. We've got Strength, the Magician, and Death. Whoa. Fourth quarter of the year, you have a lot of courage. You have a lot of bravery because of the patience that you've had over all this time. You didn't lose faith. You didn't lose hope in that idea, in yourself, and whatever it is. Hi, how you doing? Welcome. Hi, Big Iron. Hi, John. And that's what's giving you this power, right? You're alchemizing us. Okay, we've been talking about this for some time now. If you've been with me over the years. And if you're new, welcome. How you doing? Thank you for being here. But we've been talking about this alchemizing the situation, okay? Where you've taken some sort of hurtful situation, something that was meant to break you, and you molded it into something to work out in your favor, okay? You're turning some sort of pain into beauty, pain into power. Some of y'all are turning some sort of shitty-ass situation into some sort of profit. Good for you. You alchemize the damn situation. And that's what's bringing this rebirth. There's a major rebirth happening here. Look. Y'all, for some of y'all, this is romantic because I'm hearing that song. Is it Morgan Wallen? I think it's Morgan Wallen that sings that song. It's the Flower Shop song. I can't remember the lyrics. How's that song go? You can give her roses as long as you remove the thorns. Because she can't take no more. She can't take no more hurt. Something like that. I don't know. That's for somebody. If you want to know what it is I'm talking about, I'm pretty sure it's Morgan Wallen. Or it's featuring Morgan Wallen. And it's Flower Shops is the name of the song. I'll have to look it up in a minute. Let me get through this reading and we'll look at it. Okay, Spirit. Give me one more. Fourth quarter. What do we need to know? What do we need to see? What do we need here? By the way, all three cards that have come out, major arcana. So this is like, it was written in the stars, darling. You're in alignment for something big. Major payout coming in. Last quarter of 2026. Nine of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups. A lot of options. All this growth. And look, this is the badges that it is that you've earned, okay? This is the experience, every single little skill set that you have, the badges that it is that you wear, the things that you've been through. your accomplishments. Okay, you're able to rest a little bit. And now you've got options. You've created options for yourself. So at one point in time, you were in a situation where you felt at the bottom of the pit, bottom of the damn barrel. And here you are coming at the fourth quarter of 2026, alchemizing a whole freaking situation, turning around to work out in your favor because you didn't lose hope, you didn't lose faith. You allowed yourself to go through this rebirth. You allowed the tower to just fucking fall so you can rebuild, right? And look, now you're taking all these accomplishments and you've grown options. Because you're a badass. Spiritual baddies, spiritual daddies. Look at you. Look at you. I'm so proud of y'all. Okay, Spirit, give me what's influence in the fourth quarter? Energy influence in the fourth quarter 2026. The moon. Not having to know every single little detail. Allowing information to come to you. By you just being still, right? This is where it's being shown to you instead of getting so stressed out that you're overlooking things. What is unknown is becoming known. The Seven of Pentacles, and you're getting super focused on what you want to invest into, what it is that you want to create. It's growing. You're making these, you have the clarity needed, the knowledge needed to make these good investments. Time, love, energy, effort, money. Queen of Wands. Woo! Your confidence is out the house, okay? Male or female, Queen of Wands energy is magnetic. You are attracting shit to you rather than out there chasing it. Male or female, it's an energy. Right? And you're looking crazy, sexy, cool while you do it. And then we have the Knight of Swords, adapting and overcoming situations. I'm hearing fly like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Okay, so there's something here where all this practice, all this training, all this experience that it is that you had, now you can adapt and overcome situations quickly. You can pivot when you get thrown certain situations. You can maneuver through it. Okay, you can weave through traffic. You could switch lanes. All right, Spirit, what's the overall spiritual advice? Year 2026. Best and highest messages. Hey! So all that love light back to you times 10. 10.1K likes. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Make me light up like a Christmas tree over here. I like fireworks on New Year's. All right. Page of Pentacles. A lot of y'all are getting the offers, solid offers, or you're building something solid. Okay. Ace of Cups, that brings the ultimate fulfillment. This is something that you've wanted. This is something that you've desired, okay? The Holy Grail. Cup runneth over. Yeah, some of y'all, that's a relationship, but for most of y'all, most of us, this is about a career, a way of being, the way that we have developed into the best and highest version of ourselves to date, you know. Seven of Swords, you're no longer deceiving yourself. And you're not allowing other people, places, or things to deceive you either. Okay, you're not self-sabotaging, and you're not letting outside external sources sabotage the situation either. And Six of Cups. Tell me about the Six of Cups. Here's the past coming back for a time. Hold on. What's the Six of Cups? You're not letting the past hold you back. Your past self. We already saw Eight. Eight of Wands got back in the deck. Maybe one more. Nine of Cups. Okay. I'm going to take that 8 of Wands again. I don't know how it ended up back in the deck. I guess I set the deck down and maybe it got stuck to a card and I picked it back up. You're not allowing the past to sabotage this new beginning and what's giving you all this emotional fulfillment, this new way of being, this love that it is that you have for life, for self, for a purpose, right? Here's this 8 of Wands energy where you're taking this fast, passionate action towards what it is that you desire, unapologetically, fearlessly, because you know what it is that you want. And there's a lot of y'all that are getting so much success. Look at, you're like this peacock here, okay? People can't help but to look. Like, you look that damn good. Like, shake your tail feathers, baby. There's a lot of this, like, whatever it is that you're doing, not only are you getting the recognition that it is that you deserve, you look damn good doing it too. That's beautiful. 2026 is going to be a great year. Not to say that there's not challenges, not to say that there's not going to be painful moments and experiences, not to say that there's not going to be shifts in the energy, okay? But overall, 2026 is going to be a great year for most. Okay. I'll tell you what, we're going to turn it up a notch with the sassy affirmations, okay? Because I know. We got to get sassy for a minute. If you're new and you don't know what it is I'm talking about, I'm pulling from the Listen Bitch deck, okay? If you don't like being called a bitch, this is where you exit out, scroll up, come back later, boo-boo. If you triggered easy, this may not be for you, okay? But for those of us that don't mind a little tough love and a little sass, here we go. Best and highest messages. What do we need to know? What do we need to see? What do we need to hear, Spirit, for 2026? These are your mantras, okay? You need to get a pen out, write it down, tell yourself 10 times a day. Here we go. Listen, bitch. Your best is more than enough. I promise. A lot of us need to be reminded that. Your best is more than enough. But what else are you going to do? You can't squeeze blood out of a turnip. Your best is more than enough, okay? Give me another one, Spirit. Best and highest messages here. Listen, bitch. You can recover from anything. Your resilience is unmatched. Think about all the shit that it is that you've been through. All the shit that was meant to keep you down. To keep you in that pit. And you crawled out. Again. You still standing. Again. You still growing. Again. Because your resilience is unmatched. Listen, bitch, don't hold back the tears. Let them flow like a fucking faucet. Somebody needs to remember just to let the emotions out. Go to the closet if you have to. Grab the pillow and scream in it if you need to. Do not internalize your emotions just for them to later come out all crazy. I ain't trying to trigger nobody. I know that's me. Okay, so maybe you need to sit with yourself for a minute. Be honest. You ain't got to tell nobody you went to the cross to have the cry. Just go do it. You'll feel better. Don't hold in your emotions this year, okay? Don't lash out on anybody either. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying take care of your shit. Deal with it. Cope. Do the things. Give me a few more, Spirit. Best and highest messages here. What we need to know, what we need to see, what we need to hear. Listen, bitch, you can either worry or believe in yourself. Get this one feels better. Yeah, we're believing in ourselves this year. You got to be your biggest cheerleader. That was the biggest lesson that I've learned on my journey is I've had to be my biggest cheerleader. Especially if you're one of those people that are surrounded by everybody and their mama, but you're not supported by everybody and their mama. You got to be your biggest cheerleader. You got to tell people, look, this is how you're going to show up in my energy, or you can see the door right there. Don't let it hit you in the ass cheek on the way out, you know? You got to have those boundaries. Set the standard. Listen, bitch, sometimes letting go is the best way to free yourself. This year, you are going to let go of shit that is not serving you. If it's not for your most loving highest good, if it's not helping you grow, if it's not cohesive, if it's not interdependent, you're going to let it go. Right? What is it? The art of detachment is what it is that we've been learning. Listen, bitch, your ending is still unwritten. It's never too late to create a life you love. And 2026 is the year that you write the beginning of the chapters of the life that it is that you want to live, the life that you love. Okay? All right, I'm going to read a couple cards. I'm going to pull a couple and read from the book. Where am I going? I'm going to do one from this Threads of Fate Oracle, and I'll do one from the Spirit Animal. And then I'll move to personals. Hi, y'all. How you doing? Welcome. Thank you for being here. And all that love and light back to you times 10. Thank y'all for sharing the live. Thank you for liking it. Thank you for commenting. If you're watching the replay on YouTube, thank you for still being here, love. Y'all let me know what your zodiac is in the comments. Which house are you representing, boo-boo? All right, Spirit, best and highest messages. Give me one card for the year 2026. What do we need to know most for the year 2026? One card. Power. Ooh, you are a powerhouse. Leo. Leo gang gang. I see you, Leo. Leo in the house. Power. That's where we started this whole reading off at. The Ace of Wands. And now we see this power with this wand on there. With fire at the top. We'll see what this card says. 52. Makes a 7. That's transformation. Cancer, Virgo, Sagittarius. Hey, Team Leo. Yes, we are still doing collective. Pamela, how you doing? Love, I didn't even see. Did I say hello to you, Pamela? Gemini. How you doing, Gemini in the his house? Pisces in the his house. How y'all doing? Libra. What's going on, y'all? Hi, Sammy. Okay. By the way, I'm Gemini moon and Pisces rising. You are more powerful than you could imagine. This card serves as a reminder that within you lies an infinite well of power that you can source whenever you choose. Yeah, you get to decide, right? The Emperor energy. You're taking the reins back over your own life. They don't get a say-so. You're the author of your story, okay? Throughout our lives, we may be given our power to others or had it stripped away, but we always have the ability to call it back. All right. Bear. The bear teaches us that understanding and working with our personal cycles amplifies our personal power. While it is widely accepted that bears hibernate, this is actually not the case. They go into a deep sleep called torpor, which means that while their bodily functions slow, like their heart rate and their digestion stops, they are still able to wake up if startled. They go into torpor to survive the winter when food is not readily available and do so by eating more in the fall to store up body fat. As humans, we may not sleep for months, but we all have our personal cycles. It is important we know what to expect from ourselves. You may not feel very productive during this new moon or even an entire season, and that is okay. Scorpio, Pisces, Virgo, and Cancer. Cancer. Damn. Capricorn, Moon, Cancer, Sun. Got a lot of water repping. Got some earth repping. Hey. There will be other times where you can have way more energy and space within you. Knowing these things about yourself is powerful as it helps you prepare and maximize your potential. California Poppy. Poppy is a guide for us when we feel disconnected from our personal power during trying times. It teaches us how to ground into our true feelings and experiences despite how painful they may be. And in the strengthening of our container, it amplifies our personal power. Poppies are nictinastic, which means they close at night and open to the sun. This serves as a reminder for us to source light where we can, but to also have boundaries in place that prevent our power from leaking. Call upon Poppy as a teacher for creating a container for your personal power and transmuting painful experiences into strength. I told you, you're alchemizing the damn situation. You've been in the process of alchemizing the situation, and here you're finally experiencing what that is, what that looks like for you. Citrine. Citrine is all about getting things done. It strengthens our determination, will, and ability to bring our ambitions into physical form. Its fiery energy clears our power center of any feelings of unworthiness and encourages us to take action. Call upon Citrine when you need help clearing any blockages around abundance, success, taking action, and personal power. Hey, y'all, how you doing? Welcome. Throw the light back to you times 10. So power card came out, and then I'm going to pull one of these animal spirit oracle cards. And then we'll move to personals. All right, Spirit. Best and highest message here for the collective. What do we need to know? What do we need to see? What do we need to hear? One card for 2026. What do we need to know most? What do we need to know most? If I can get the deck right. Oh, it gave me two. Let's try that one more time. Give me one, Spirit. Give me one. Thank you. Spider Spirit, make your dreams real. 5 and 6 on that card, which makes a master number of 11. All right, let's see what this says. I've never pulled this card before. Spider Spirit. $165. Dang, that's way back in the book. Way in the back of the book. 165. All right, just show y'all the card just in case y'all see something that is of significance to you. Oracle message. Weaving your dreams into the fabric of life begins with a single thread of intention, and then Spirit joins you as your co-weaving partner. Take but a single step to make your dream a reality, and Spirit will take 10 toward you, for the universe is designed to support your dream weaving. Spider Spirit arrives when you need reminding of the awesome power of co-creation with Spirit. Ideas and resource will begin to appear as if by magic as you begin to bring your dreams from the realm of intention into the world of senses where they take form. The action you need to take is to be clear about your intentions and then act as if you have become the one that lives the life you desire. The web of creation has an uncanny way of coming together to weave the beautiful pattern you set in motion. Thank y'all. How you doing? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Another message of Spider Spirit is about any creative project you may be considering. Writing, painting, music, journaling, gardening, etc. Now is the time when inspiration wants to be channeled through you as something creative, even artistic and tangible. Creative projects are successful now. If you are so inclined, let yourself be open to abundance. Protection message. Are you expecting your dreams to weave themselves into reality? Are you stuck in the sticky web of weaving dreams, but never following through? The thread of intention isn't enough to make dreams a reality unless you do your part in the weaving. Spider Spirit wants you to know that your plans will remain ephemeral unless you commit to being productive and industrious, for Spirit will not do it all for you. Magic needs to be instigated, so begin to make your dream a reality by taking action today. What are you willing to do? What are you willing to sacrifice? Can you release your limiting beliefs? Your dream is worthy of weaving. Today is a day to choose one small step towards your dream. Remember, Spirit is your weaving partner. You just have to be the first one to bring the thread to the loom. Then continue to do your part. All right, y'all. Wow, that was actually really in alignment with this whole reading. And we got the Power card, which is about personal power. And we got the Spider Spirit card, which is about spirit and co-creation, the power of co-creation. So there's this, again, with this like balance and harmony between cohesive energies. But anyway, all right, y'all. I hope that you found a message that resonates with you. Thank y'all so much for popping in and hanging out with me. If you caught the live, thank y'all so much for all the ways that you show love and support. When y'all share, y'all repost, you comment, y'all send gifts, badges, whatever, however it is that you show support here. I'm so incredibly grateful. And I wish that you have those blessings returned to you times 10. I'm about to wrap this up here. If you have, oh, wait, I was supposed to look up the lyrics to that song real quick. I'll do that. Again, I do have personal readings open. It's Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, at Lady Leo Spiritual. This is the last night that you can get it from that format. I'm changing it all up in 2026. So Lady Leo Spiritual is going to be completely different. LadyLeoSpiritual.com. But anyway, I've got, I think, 5 people in line for personals. I got to redo my list. All right, let me look up these song lyrics real quick. Ernest sings it, featuring Morgan Wallen. Okay. Some of y'all may know that song. All right, here's all the lyrics. Hey, thank you. You still have personal readings from last time. What do you mean? I should. Are they not posted? Hi, Tasha. How you doing, Tasha? I've heard that a couple times. Okay. Hi, Cara. How you doing, Cara? Hi, Humble 08 Savage. How you doing, love? Miss Try. What's going on, love? Hi, Temperance. Okay, so here's the lyrics to the song. I was hearing the one part, but this is the whole song. It's been a beautiful day. She's been crying all night. There's tears in her blues, bloodshot in mine. This bender's been bending. It's hell bound to break. My baby's had all she can take. Mister, I'll take your roses if you can cut off the thorns. She can't take no more. That's the part I was hearing. I'll take your roses if you cut off the thorns. She can't take no more. I'll buy violets and daisies to hide all the crazy. It's going to take all you got. Oh, it's a bad day for love, but a good day for flower shops. Well, I took some pills and she took the dogs. Oh, it's all gone to hell. She's gone to her mom's. And I took up drinking since she took the time to tell me I took the best years of her life. So, buddy, I'll take your roses if you cut off the thorns. She can't take no more. I'll buy the violets and daisies to hide all the crazy. It's going to take all you got. Yeah, it's a tough day for love, but a good day for flower shops. Roses are red, violets are blue. I don't need one. I need 1,000,000 too to get to you. So, mister, I'll take your roses. If you cut off the thorns, she can't take no more. That's basically the song. So, I don't know who that was for. I just recently heard that song. But I was hearing the part about the roses and cutting off the thorns in the reading. So it's just that part. Maybe that was for somebody who needed it. I don't know. Maybe you need to go listen to that song. Maybe you resonate with that song. I don't know, y'all. I'm just the messenger. All right. Hi, Blue. How you doing, Blue? All right. So I'm going to go ahead and thank you for the badge. Yo. Thank you. So another love light back to you times 10. All right. I'm going to end it. I'll start personals up. I'll have a fresh, accurate list for you when I come back. Okay, if y'all are wanting to get in line for personals, this is the last day that I'm doing it like this ever, because I'm changing it up 2026, which is like in a day. So this is the last time you can get readings like this. Cash App, Venmo, PayPal at Lady Leo Spiritual. Same spelling as this handle. It's $11 for a mini, $22 for career, $33 for love, or $44 for an extended. Okay. I'll see y'all in a few minutes. I love you. I love you. I love you, Star family. Happy New Year. And I hope and I'm excited that you finally got through the year